Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess. Today we are at the next topic of mastering the Rook series and we are going to see today what happens after the Rook becomes active. In the last lesson we discussed how to create an open file and we saw what is the ability of a Rook, how the Rook is used to attack the pawns. Today we are taking it one step further. Here we already have the open file in this position and see the Rook is about to enter its favorite place, that is the 7th rank. From 7th rank the Rook attacks the pawns and also keeps eye on them. Let's see, white started with the move rc7 and see black played b6. Very obvious idea. And before moving the Rook any further, white first plays Rook c1. The point is we don't want to allow the black rooks to contest the c5, which is the only open file on the board. So what happens once we get control of the file, we make it ours. Now see, both rooks are occupying the c5. Black cannot challenge white rooks from there. And now see, black just waits. Black played g6. Here white should gradually improvise the position on the queen side or make his kings safer and then only double his rooks on the 7th rank. Let me show you. If white here goes with the hasty Rook b7, then black gets the move Rook c8. See, most weaker players are not ready to give up the pawn on a7, but see, if you calculate little further, you will see that this is the best chance and in fact black recovers the pawn also. See, after takes Rook a7, there comes first c1 check, king h2, and this is a typical tactic. Now the Rook attacks both b2 and f2 and see, white will have to return one of his pawns after, let's say, b3, rook f2, rook a6, and see, black can do rook b2. When a pawn will be traded for the b pawn and the game will most likely draw, or at least it's an equal position. So white can do various things here. In the game, white waited with b4. In fact, he should wait furthermore. I'll talk about it. Black played kg7 and here white should perhaps play even a4, b5, squeeze the queen side totally and then go rook b7, which is perhaps a bit better. Or he can also play king f1, ke2, kg2 and then double his rooks on the 7th rank. But white went rook b7, which is not bad at all, because here now see, black's only chance is rook c8, which most, as I said, weaker players don't want. They don't want to give up the pawn at any cost, but this is black's best chance. Make the rook active and surrender the pawn instantly. It's way better than making both the rooks passive. We will see that also. Now see, takes rook a7. This time again rook check, kh2, rook c2, kg3. The b pawn is not hanging anymore. And say after rook b2, a3, rook b3, rook a6, b5, rook a5. See, there will be eventual trade of a pawn for b pawn, but white's winning chances are very high. White will take on b5, he will go rook b8, and then on the king side the rook can be transferred. So such endgames are usually winning. Usually we have to break on the other side with h4, h5, or move the king to f4 and go f3, g4, h4 that way. We are going to discuss all these things in detail as we take our lessons to higher level. Let us see, if black would have not played rook c8 and he would have just thought of defending the position, waiting here with king f6. Then white just gets both his rooks on the 7th rank, and once two rooks enter the 7th rank, they become a significant force. This position is almost winning. If black goes a5 trying to create play, see, b takes a5, rook a5, then a pawn will be traded for b6. But here see, white will just go b5. As I said, if we will squeeze the queen side, now b6 is hanging. Only way is to protect by rook b8. F rook cannot move, f7 is hanging. And here there is a typical tactic which we must know. Rook takes f7 check, rook takes and rook b8. See how not only the f7 pawn is lost, even the b6 pawn would be taken. Let's say rc7, rb6, and white's position is of course winning. So with this we saw how to use the complete control of open file. Let us look at the next factor. So we have the second position now, where we will discuss how the rook is active behind the passed pawn. So let's see, let's get on to the position quickly. White played here b4. See, pawns are equal out here, but white already has a passed pawn. And what he will do is put his rook behind it and charge the pawn. Let's see what happened. Black went rook b8, rook b1. So black played king f8, kf2, kd7, ke3, kd6, kd4, kc6, kc4. So far everything is routine procedure. White wants b5, black will stop b5. He can play here kb6 or just wait with rook b7. After kb6, white will shift his rook to d5 and he can play rook d1 instantly, intending to take the rook to d7. That we will see the same procedure coming up in the game. Black waited with rook b7 and white did rook d1. The point is simple. Now see, now the rook cannot go to d7, but white is trying to invade the 8th rank. See, rook likes the 7th rank or it will go to the 8th rank. All white wants is the push b5. If here, let's say, black just plays kb6 now, then white can go rook d6 check, kc7 and see the good move, rook a6, cutting off the king, and now see b5, kc5, b6 check or rook a8 will make white's position winning. Black played g6 and waited over here, which is maybe a good attempt. White went rook d8. See, the rook is active. Now white wants to go g4 and rook h8 perhaps. So black plays h5. This is an ideal pawn structure for black, which I often call the tick mark pawn structure. It looks like a tick mark sign. Here white goes f4, stopping e5 and g5 both. Rook a7. Finally, the rook had to move after kc7. We know there was rook f8 or rook a8. So b5 check, kc7, rook is attacked, rook f8, and see rook a2. Finally, the black rook has become active. But see, rook f7 check, kb6. Here there are many ways actually. Best is to perhaps play g3 as he did in the game. And after rook h2, rook f6, white wins both e and the g pawns. Let's say rook c2 check. Otherwise, rook e6 is a big problem. So kd4, black gets the pawn on b5. But see, after re6, by force, white wins the g6 pawn because rook c6 is a lost endgame. Takes and ke5, white will win. So rook g2, rook g6, and it looks like black gets h4 here, generating some play. But after g4, h3, g5, h2, rook h6. Once again, the white rook comes timely behind the passed pawn, and white has a very simple winning plan. King goes to e5, f6, and we push g6, g7, f5, and rook takes h2, which will conclude the game in white's favor. So this was my attempt to show you the power of rook beyond what we did in the previous lessons. In the next lesson, we will look at more advanced techniques. I hope you are liking these lessons. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.